After successful installation of DC Connector 2013, go to the settings of the site. Click on Shreyan SharePoint Direct Connector. Locate the configuration page of the Shreyan SharePoint Direct Connector. On New Page, you can configure data connector settings. Here you can provide a profile name, which is connection name for future reference. Locate the project details list in the SharePoint site collection and click on it. Set the direction as From List to External Data. Type in the database type and database server. Click on the Connect button. All the databases will be displayed below the selected database server. The required table for SQL can be selected by the user from the drop-down menu. Go to the Column Mapping section and set the columns. Your initial step would be to add a column for mapping. After that, locate Title in the drop-down menu for SharePoint Column In List and Column In Database. Similarly, add another column for mapping and locate Description in the drop-down menu for SharePoint Column In List and Column In Database. After that, tick on Key for the first added mapping column. To enable automatic synchronization, you can tick on the Background Update. Set the number of hours for as long as you want the background upgrade to function. You can also initiate the throttling policies, which are used to manage resources as a data connector, whose value can be set to maximum data count for connection. You can enable logging and check for all the preferences as you prefer. After you have provided your desired settings, save your profile. Click on Run Profile to execute Data Connector tool. A pop-up will display the addition of 3 items in the confirmation message. Data Synchronize List will display the addition of the 3 new items transmitted from SharePoint to SQL. The headings title, description, and assign to are displayed here, where the third column features null values. It implies that no initialization for mapping has been performed yet. Locate the created profile and press the Edit button. Here, you can edit the columns by adding more or deleting as desired. DC Connector preferences can be used for the freedom of deleting a profile anytime a user desires. A new profile is created here, which will demonstrate mapping data from SQL to SharePoint. For connection purpose, you need to set the database server and the database table here. The whole process depends on the direction for the mapping, so select from External to List option. Follow similar steps for mapping columns by adding mappings for title and description as done previously. Enable the Run options, which comprise of Add, Edit, Update options. Set the preferences for throttling policies to maximum data count of 5,000. Here, for calibration purpose, it has been set at 2. Again, click on Save and then run the process for the new profile. Add, edit, updated, and deleted item counts are displayed in the running profile confirmation message box. Please note that the calibration value set was 2, so the SharePoint list will display only 2 mapped items despite having 3 items in the SQL table. This demonstration will show you the mapping of 2 items only. Mapping of data from SQL to SharePoint lists gets displayed here. The negligence of the last item is witnessed here as our throttling policy data count was set at 2. The type of database can be switched to either SQL Server or MySQL. It is recommended to filter the obligatory columns for your convenience. Here, title column has been filtered as per our requirements. Validation of the SQL query can be monitored as per our convenience here. After running again, you can see here that only one item has been returned in the filtered SQL table data. A connection is established between the items. The other items get deleted by SharePoint Data Connector. This tool surely has a powerful significance. After this, you can test the process by logging in. Run the profile for the verification of the outcomes in the message box. Here, the log file is displayed in the SharePoint Logs folder that exists under 15 Hive. Because of the location of the Shreyan SharePoint Data Connector, the folder is located under Logs folder, which makes it easier to see all the preceded transactions. All the results and timestamps are deployed under the files.